Now today we have to learn about the optical isomerism in glucose. Let us see how there is the optical isomerism in glucose. Now you know that there are optical isomerism in glucose because there is the chiral carbon. There are the 4 chiral carbon atoms in glucose. So due to that asymmetric carbon atoms, the carbon atoms of second number 2, 3 number, 4 number and 5 number, these 4 carbon atoms in the structure of glucose are the asymmetric carbon atoms. You know the structure of the glucose. The last day I draw that structure, that is the vertically, but here I show you the structure horizontally due to the lack of the space. Which are that? Now you know that the first carbon is the aldehydic carbon, the second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. The 6th number of carbon atoms have the primary alcoholic group, and all these 4 carbon from 2nd to 5th contain the secondary alcoholic group. You know that. Now this is the somewhat structure of glucose molecule, suppose, and these are the 4 chiral carbon atoms. Now these are the 4 chiral carbon atoms because they have their valencies satisfied by different atoms or different groups of atoms. So they are the asymmetric carbon atom. And the first one and the last one are not asymmetric carbon atoms in glucose because here this carbon is joined by doubly bonded oxygen and here 2 hydrogen, that is the same atoms are present on the same carbon, and due to that these 2 are not the asymmetric or chiral centers. And that is the point, due to the asymmetric carbon atom, 4 carbon atoms, this glucose is very good optically active compound. That means, what is mean by optically active compound? It rotates the plane of plane polarized light, especially to the right hand side. That means it is dextrorotatory. You know what is dextrorotatory and what is leorotatory. If the optically active compound rotates the plane of plane polarized light to the right hand side, then we call that as the dextrorotatory compound. In the chapter number, that is the halogen derivative, we have already seen about this. And this glucose is also known as the dextrose sugar. Now there are 4 chiral carbon atoms in glucose. So glucose have 2 distinct spatial arrangements of groups are possible. In case of glucose, there are possible 2 distinct spatial arrangements in the space. And thus these 2 configurations are possible for each of the chiral carbon atoms of the glucose. For every chiral carbon atoms or for every asymmetric carbon atom, glucose have 2 distinct spatial arrangement, that is the configurations. Now these stereo structures of glucose is so out of several possible stereo structure of an aldohexose glucose. But 2 are the very distinct. Aldohexose means glucose have aldehydic group in it. And why it is called as hexose sugar? Because there are 6 carbon atoms in glucose. So glucose is also called as the aldohexose. So due to that aldohexose structure, 2 stereoisomers are possible in glucose. And thus the configuration of 4 carbon atoms in glucose. Now which are that 4 carbon atoms? C2, C3, C4 and C5. And due to these 4 carbon atoms in glucose, there are the configuration in glucose. Glucose is an optically active compound. It has its specific rotation. The rotation of the glucose is fixed. It is dextrorotatory and it rotates the plane polarized light. So there is the alpha rotation. Now alpha 20D equal to how many degree? Plus 52.7. Now this is the specific rotation of the glucose. Which of that? Plus 52.7 degree. And that is also shown as alpha 20D in square bracket. Due to its dextro rotation, glucose is also called as the dextrose. Remember that, because it rotates the plane polarized light to the right hand side, clockwise manner. So, due to the dextro rotation of that glucose about plus 52.7 degree, glucose is also called as the dextrose sugar or dextrose. The designation, that is this plus glucose or D-glucose, imply, that is show the dextrorotatory nature of the glucose. What this designation plus glucose or D-glucose shows us? That shows that glucose have the dextrorotatory nature. Remember that. And this another designation is also there. Here is the capital D is shown. Here is the small d and plus sign. This shows that is the glucose is dextrorotatory. This also shows that glucose is dextrorotatory. But this is also the another common designation of the glucose. We can show all these three of anyone about these three. And this plus D glucose designation is more common. And thus the designation indicates this plus glucose or D glucose or capital D glucose. What they indicates? This designation indicates the configuration of glucose. How the glucose have the spatial arrangement in the nature, the space, and that arrangement, that configuration is shown by this designation rather than the sign of the optical rotation. Now the plus sign shows the dextrorotatory rotation clockwise direction and minus sign shows the anti-clockwise direction, but rather than the sign, this that is the designation D-glucose show the dextrorotatory nature of the glucose or configuration of the glucose. Now this is about the optical activity of the glucose. Now let us see how the optically active structures in glucose. Now see on the blackboard, I show you the Fischer projection formulae of the different, now these compounds glucose, gluconic acid and saccharic acid. Now gluconic acid, we know that it is the monocarboxylic acid obtained from the oxidation of glucose. In yesterday lecture we have seen that when we do the oxidation of glucose in the presence of the bromine water, now we obtain this gluconic acid. Now the aldehyde group of the carbon number 1 is directly converted into the COOH acidic group, into the gluconic acid. And there are 2 number, 3 number, 4 number and 5 number carbon atoms have the secondary alcoholic OH hydroxyl group, and 6 number carbon atom have the primary alkoxyl group. Now if we do the oxidation of this gluconic acid or glucose again by concentrated nitric acid HNO3, then we obtain this saccharic acid. In yesterday lecture we already seen that also. Saccharic acid is the dicarboxylic acid. Both of the first one carbon and the sixth one carbon atom have the acidic group, carboxylic acidic group, COOH group, and this acid, which is the dicarboxylic acid obtained from the glucose or gluconic acid, is called as the saccharic acid. Now in all these three structures, there are 4 asymmetric carbon atoms or 4 chiral centers are there. Now let us see the DL configuration system in glyceraldehyde. Now there is the 2 structures, D and L structure of glyceraldehydes are shown on the blackboard. Structure number 4 and structure number 5. Now the prefix D or L in the name of the compound indicates the relative configuration of stereoisomers. It refers a particular enantiomer of glyceraldehyde. Now this glyceraldehyde has one chiral carbon atom, that is the second carbon atom shown by the asterisk. Now that star is called as the asterisk. In the D configuration, this second carbon atom have the asterisk, that means this asterisk means there is the chiral carbon atom, because all the four valencies of this carbon atom, are satisfied by different atoms or different group of atom. So the second carbon in the glyceraldehyde is the chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon atom shown by the asterisk. Glyceraldehyde has one chiral C2 center and exists as the two enantiomers. What is meant by enantiomers? In the halogen derivative we see the definition of enantiomers. Enantiomers are nothing but they are the optically active compounds and which rotate the plane of plane polarized light to the different direction but in the same angle. And enantiomers are the optical isomers of the same compound, you know that, and shown by D isomer, that is dextrose, and L isomer, that is the leose, and they rotate the plane polarized light to clockwise and anti-clockwise direction respectively. They are the superimposable mirror images of each other, as just like our palms. Our palms are the superimposable mirror images. If we put our one palm to the another palm in this way, then they are not matches. That means they are only the mirror images. They are superimposable mirror images, but if we put one palm on the another palm, they are non-superimposable mirror images. That means, so these are also, if we put this on this compound, then this OH comes on hydrogen and H comes on OH hydroxyl group. That means there, if we put the mirror between them, then what is? They are the mirror images, just like mirror images of each other. So they are called as the enantiomers or optical isomers. These are the optical isomers of the glyceraldehyde. They are represented by two Fischer projection formulae as shown on the blackboard. Conventionally, plus glyceraldehyde is represented by the Fischer projection formula having OH group attached to the C2 carbon on the right hand side. If the OH group on the C2 carbon is on the right hand side, then that projection formula, Fischer projection formula, is called as the D or plus glyceraldehyde. And if the OH group is shown of the second carbon atom to the left hand side, then that Fischer projection formula is called as the L or minus glyceraldehyde. And this configuration, that is this D configuration, is also shown by the symbol capital D or plus sign. Similarly, configuration minus glyceraldehyde, that is the fifth structure, is denoted by the letter symbol capital L. All the compound which can be correlated by the series of chemical reaction plus glyceraldehyde are said to have D configuration. So the plus glyceraldehyde that will give any chemical reaction, their series is always plus, that is the D configuration. The compound which are chemically correlated to minus glyceraldehyde are said to have L configuration. This is the system of relative configuration of chiral compound. So just only remember that if the OH group, hydroxy group of the second carbon is to the right hand side, it is called as the D or plus glyceraldehyde. If it is on the left hand side, then it is called as the L or minus glyceraldehyde. So the monosaccharide is designated by the DL configuration on the basis of configuration of lowest chiral carbon in the Fischer projection formula. Which carbon is at the lowest? From that the D and L isomers are fixed. And let us see some again the D isomers of the glucose. Now how the glucose is shown by the D isomer. Now let us see the monosaccharide, that is glucose, also have the D isomer. Now I shown here in this figure, this is also the D or plus glucose, because what is the lower carbon? This contain the OH group to the right hand side, so it is the D glucose. Remember that. Now this is the D glucose and and again the glyceraldehyde also the D-glyceraldehyde if the OH group is to the right hand side, and if the OH group to the left hand side, it is called as the L-glyceraldehyde. Remember student, this is very important. If you like this video, you can share and subscribe to the other student. Thank you.